So now I'm back in Rhino to render floor plan in D5 render. So to do that, I think couple of things is to look at these materials. So um, this is a template. This is a template that I have from that you can find this in assignment one on Canvas. So this has custom materials applied to it, as you probably know. One thing is to check some of these apply to what we want to use. So looking at this, I think floor is one thing I want to have a materials on. So it looks like it has a material of its own. So that's great. Yeah. So then now I just have to first measure the creeping distance of the creeping planes. And actually, I'm going to create a layer for creeping plane. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just gonna draw a line. So from this point to all the way here, and I'm just pressing Shift to draw a straight line. Kind of comes out like this, and then I'm going to do the same things for the line that starts from this 0, 0, 0 point on a C plane as well. So to do that, I'm gonna type L for the line and type 0. So the line starts from this 0, 0, 0 point on a C plane. And then I'm just gonna zoom out and draw a straight line by pressing Shift and left click. So now I just have to measure the distance to get the cutting plane in the D5 render. So I'm going to um, hide these creeping planes. So change object layers. I guess I don't have to hide them, but I do have to disable them. And then I'm just gonna go to a front view. So these are the two lines that I just drew, and I can check that distance. So, but distance has to be measured in millimeters. So click on this model units, and then this option comes up. Click on the millimeters. And then if I also have to have this project on, and then click on from here to where to this over here. So the distance is 9,274.351 millimeters. So that's what I need. Um, and I'm gonna open the D5 renders. So I'm gonna left click on the D5 renders, and this opens up. So if you are, you can start as a new project, but I'm gonna use the one that I had or created for the exploded accents. So I'm going to left click on the sync local project. And this window pops up and navigate to wherever if you have any D5 renders or if you want to use the D5 render file from the exploded accents or isometric drawings. I'm going to use this exploded accents, click open. And this pops up. So I'm gonna click on this. Now it's gonna ask for the sync the model. I don't want to create a new link model. I want to use I want to de-link to the existing file. So click on this line model, replace and link, left click, and that should create this Rhino files over here. So let's see if I bring this back here, kind of like this. Okay. So I have the D5 render and Rhino open together. So yeah, so then I can create the um I can add the sections. So if you don't see this over here, you can click over here, go to uh, preferences, and then click on the widget and click on this to turn this on, the section tools, and then you can this will pop up. And to create the this clipping plane inside of the D5 Blender, because my roof is kind of in angle, I don't want to attach the clipping plane to this angle over here. It needs to be perpendicular to the floor plan. So the easiest way, I think, for me to do is I will just kind of create this box, kind of looks like this. And then I can click on this section plane and click section plane, attach section plane on top of this box over here. Now, if I were to move this up and down, that looks probably okay. Yeah, I hope. Yeah. So then I can just hide this geometry because I don't need that anymore. So then I can put this at same Z location. So I'm gonna go back to the front view again to measure the distance. So DI for distance and making sure this project is on. I have to change the units to millimeters, this guy over here, and click on left click here and left click that. So 9,200 da 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 da. So I'm gonna go back to perspective and click on this section planes over here and type this number to over here. So that would be 9,274.351 over here. So now if I see this a wireframe and if I enable this over here, so now this is shaded. So now this creeping plane is same location as this creeping plane in D5 Render. Yeah. Okay, so that's probably good. I'm gonna turn this off. So here. And then once I have that, I'm going to um uh do a couple of things. So first things I probably wanna do is to adjust some settings for inside of D5 planes. So if I left click on this, I want to have this fill turned on, and I want that to be white colors. So preview fill. So now all these things are filled, which is what I need, and click on the affected by light as well. And then going back to the environment, this should be HDRI, pure white light. So for this, I need a sun at the let's see, sun intensity. Okay, sun disk radius should be 0. Custom, so this should be 45 by 45. Um, Maybe in this case, yeah, 45 by 45 could be okay. Um, I think 135 could be good. Let's see. So So if you remember this PDF from first assignment, you can change the azimuth angle to 45, 135, 225, or 315. So I might change that sine angle for this. So 135, maybe 225 might be a good idea. Yeah, so this might be slightly better. For this, so you can, I'm gonna try this for the this angle. Um, I think that would give us a little bit of a depth in the drawings. Yeah. And the other things I would have to change is, yeah, so then like exposure might be a little bit lower, so that we can see the geometries a little bit better. Uh, yeah, the other thing seems looks quite okay. So the other things is that I would like to assign the material to the floor. So I'm gonna go to assets and go to the wood over here. And then I'm just gonna assign one of these. Actually, anything is quite okay, but I'm just gonna try this one. Um, and let's add that to oh, so that is not what it's supposed to happen. I'm gonna just go back to Rhino for a little bit and see what's going on there. So this is the okay. So I just this needs to be, I need to put that into the floor layers. So this is right now same layer as the exterior walls. That was the problem. So change object. So now you can kind of see that material shows up. And I'm gonna change this angle of it to, let's see, 0. Okay, 90. Yeah, so that looks okay. Yeah, so I will do that and probably preview this so I can see the uh, field over there. Yeah, so I think that's kind of like what I need to do. Maybe the other things is the window glazing over here. I could change that to something else. Even though it doesn't quite matter over here, but I can always go to glass over here and then let's see, uh I'm gonna try this normal grass over here. Uh, so for that, if I apply that to here, um, and then uh, so that looks quite transparent. You can change the transparency of this to, if I go to base color map, and if I adjust this specular, you can kind of make that to frosty, kind of like privacy glass as well. Yeah, so that might help to adjust some the glazing properties. I might just have that kind of like this. Okay. Yeah. So the other things I would like to do is I'm going to place some um, um, furnitures in here. Uh, yeah, so to do that, I'm gonna see. I'm going to bring back some of these drawings up here. See, so I have oh, I can actually see that drawings rendered. That's kind of cool. Well, Well, anyway, I'm gonna go to top and zoom in a little bit there. Okay, so yeah, so then I'm gonna turn this off for a moment, but I want to have a dining table over here. So to do that, I'm gonna go to assets, model over here, and then I'm going to look for indoors and furnitures and tables. It's probably good. So any of these tables looks okay. I'm just gonna use this one for now, and then I'm going to place that to over here. Um, and then, so, but now some of these things, so let's see if I turn this on, I can just kind of look at this and adjust the size of them. Um, uh, so to scale this, I can just go, so left click on this. Sorry, this is a location. The size over here, I have to left click on this so that now I can individually adjust the size of the assets. So I can kind of adjust like this. So this is kind of like that, and y axis kind of like this. So that kind of fits in the original drawings. So that's probably what I want to see. The other thing is I don't really like the color of this furniture. So to change that, I'm gonna go to I can go to kind of perspective to look at it kind of like this, and then in when I'm in the D5 Blender, I'm going to type I on my keyboard. I, that's a shortcut to pick the materials. So if I now I can select the individual component of the this 3D assets from D5 Blender. So if I left click on this, this pops up. This base color options pops up. So I can go to this base color map tab, click on this more settings. And in here, I can sort of adjust the shade of this material, kind of like this. I think that's kind of looking a little bit better. I want all of these things to be like basically in a neutral color somewhat. So I would adjust that over here, and I can also go to the base color. And if I click on this, I can adjust the color of the sort of the tone of the base color as well. So like I can, make it red and whatnot. In this case, I probably want to have it kind of like that, I think. Yeah, so I can do the same things. So if I type I again to get this color pickers and click on this legs over here, and I'm gonna go to the base color over here, base color map over here, click on this to adjust this settings to kind of over here. But now that you probably notice that the color of this material isn't changing, even though I'm adjusting this here. So in that case, I just have to go to the base color over here and adjust that base color somewhat like this over here. Um, Kind of like that, I think. Yeah. So that's what I can do to kind of adjust materials. And this comes in kind of handy. Let's say like if I'm playing the softwares over here. So let's see if I wanted to place this in, I have to um, I have to turn this drawing off first, um, so that I can attach this 3D assets on top of the floor over here. And then I can always type I and click on each of these like components. So like this is a black color couch, but I want to make this into slightly light gray-ish, I think. And base color, I can adjust that a little bit better in a base color as well. And I can do that for all these components as well. So um, um, kind of like this and kind of somewhat like that. Oops. Yeah. And base color could be a little bit up, I think. I can do the same things for this as well. Um, adjusting kind of adjusting these colors kind of like this. Yeah. So then if I type escape on my keyboard, I get out of that selection mode. And then I can always kind of, I think I have couch in here. Oh yeah, so one of these over here. So I can always bring these back here. And let's see if I go to the top view, it's probably a little bit easier. And I can uh, rotate uh, this couch by, let's see, 90 degrees. Oh, not that. Uh, maybe in this. Okay, not that either. So I guess Z. Oh, there you go. So I guess 180 or minus 90. Yeah, there you go. So that looks like where it's supposed to be. Okay. Yeah. So then, so this couch is obviously a little bit bigger than what it's uh what's on the drawings over here. So I could always kind of adjust that a little bit. Kind of like this to place it here. Right. So yeah, so like I would kind of continue doing that to add more furnitures like coffee tables or kind of like the smaller tables or whatnot inside of this floor plans. Yeah. Um, if you wanted to, so like situations like this, if you wanted to copy this, some of the furnitures, you can click on this here to copy that, or you can just type Control D, and you can copy your geometries. But again, in this case, see like how this copied geometry is on top of the drawings. So like I would have to turn this off, and then I'm going to delete that, and then Control D to add the furnitures over here. And you can, if you press Control like this, you can select multiple geometries, and then if I do Control D, I can copy paste the three functions together. Um, the other things we should do is to create the group for the 3D assets. So if you go to this window over here, and if I right click, you can create this new group. And I'm gonna call this, if I double click the name, I can change the name of the group. And I'm going to call this furniture. And then I'm going to select all of these 3D assets that I have so far and left click and drag all that into um, this furniture group over here. Um, so I would do that so that I can just switch on and off if I wanted um, to uh, and this I think will make things a little bit easier for us down the line.